All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. How's everybody doing? Just hanging with the Pax cat. He wanted to be live today. What you doing, buddy? What's up, buddy? Aw, you got a cat. He doesn't care about liquidations. He's like, yeah, just pet me, Dad. Give me attention. When I'm trying to watch the charts and the charts are going down, charts not looking great. What is going on, guys? What's going on? We got a lot to talk about. A lot of Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, XRP, Solana. It's all going down. Why is it happening? And yeah, Pax Cat here for the 1999 party. Yeah, gonna scoop up some Doge at 1999. What's going on? Well, you know me, right? I got my pinger on, right? Watching the liquidations as they happen. We had one Bitcoin at $9.7 million. That was the largest single trade liquidated today. I mentioned it this morning because it was happening this morning. And in my video this morning, I talked about Powell and the Fed and uncertainty and all of that. Well, it happened throughout the day. It's still going on. The markets do not like uncertainty. We'll get to that as well. And we'll talk about leverage trading, liquidity, and heat maps again as well, because that's what it's all about. Now, other people are starting to finally get the idea that the liquidations, the market makers drive the market, where, of course, you guys know. You've been following me for a while. We talk about that a lot here, sometimes so much that you guys are sick of hearing it. But what can I say? That's what's happening again. BitGet has this, like, what is crypto liquidation and how do I avoid it? Well, that's an easy answer. How do you avoid it? You don't do it. That's how you avoid it. You don't do it. Part of this, I blame that James Wynn account again. This morning was posting like these big, huge leverage trades. And it's like, dude, now I don't know if they're real bets, if they're still being sponsored bets by Hyperliquid or anything that's going on, but it's like, dumb. Don't support that crap. He doesn't care, right? He's getting paid. All these things, oh, he's losing millions of dollars. No, he's not. It's fake. It's all fake. It's not real. What is crypto liquidation and how do I avoid it? You don't do it. Because, right? It's like we were talking the other day. Remember with Charlotte, we were talking, right? Once you go into the casino, right, and you win once, you're like, oh, that's easy. I can do that again, right? I'm just going to keep playing because that's so easy. And then you lose. And then you lose again. And then you lose again. Crypto liquidations, leverage trading, same thing. It's the same thing. It's like going to a casino, except you can do it in your pajamas at home. And you can get liquidated without leaving your couch, right? Just like that. And so we see a lot of that. So we'll talk a little bit about that. What's going on overall? Look, Fed Chair Powell, right? He's going to give another speech on Friday. Expect volatility. And I'm like, expect volatility? We just had it. We already know that in September, right? That's when the next open committee meeting is, FOMC for the Fed. And most likely they're going to lower interest rates. Finally, too slow Powell, right? As Trump calls him, too slow Powell. But he's giving some kind of speech on Friday, and everybody's going to be listening to the tone of his voice. What is he saying? Is he hawkish? He's not going to say anything, right? Because he doesn't in these speeches. He'll talk about monetary rates and he'll talk about like the big picture stuff, but he's not gonna say whether they're gonna lower rates or not, because it's still 4 weeks away, right? But the markets don't like uncertainty. And as long as there's uncertainty, as long as there's something hanging over like a dark cloud that could happen, the markets can dump. And today we had that. As Chandler says, our good friend Chandler Bing, market manipulation. No legit reason to dump that hard. And it's true. No reason. No reason for the market to dump today other than the market makers feasting on long leveraged trades. Bitcoin and ETH are dumping hard. Pray for altcoins, of course, because Bitcoin goes down, ETH goes down a little harder, but the alts get hit even harder on the red days, on the big dips. So, yeah, that's what we have. So, do we buy the dips, or is it just a rough ride ahead and it's going to be lower? That's what we're going to be watching for. And I like Altcoin Sherp because, the guy is pretty honest. He's saying, look, all right, Bitcoin should be bouncing pretty soon in the 110 to 112 range. Looking back to early August on that dip, early August dip that I had predicted, right, happened. So it looks like we're headed right back into that same range. That is very strong support. If Bitcoin fails 111, then I'm going to start to get worried. Right now, this is just normal. This is just normal stuff. Ever since Bitcoin hit back up here, 123, 124, right? Down it went, down, 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 taking out all that leverage trading, hundreds of millions of dollars being taken out. Okay, we got that. He goes on to say, though, going to be buying some more coins. He also says, I'm still underwater on some late entries. So he admits it. And it's like a lot of us too, right? We've recently bought what we thought were the dips, and now we're lower. So what do you do about it? Well, you can just complain, right? Or what do you believe? What do you believe going forward? You think prices are going to go back up, or you think we're just headed down to the deeper depths of a crypto bear market? Then what are you doing here, right? Why are you listening to me? Why are you here? You should just sell and wait for next year, right? Or you can buy more. Exactly, William. You can buy more. Exactly. You don't want to hear buy the dips again. You say that so often, buy the dips. It's true. How do you make money? How do you make money? Yeah. No more dry powder. I know. I feel you. I got no more dry powder myself. You can cry. Yeah. As long as you have a cat around that can keep you calm, like Pax cat here. He's just chilling. No, Pax cat did not manipulate the market. He did not. All right, so here's Michel. Michel says, look, on Bitcoin, we're almost there. Probably we'll be taking the liquidity beneath the lows and then reverse back upwards as in every range-bound construction. So here we are. If history repeats, right at 111. Those will be the tails. Those will be the wicks that we'll be seeing on Bitcoin if it continues down in the 111 range for Bitcoin, which with Doge, that would be, as we talked in with the early crew before the live started, 1999, right? 1999 would be the gift. If we're seeing Bitcoin coming down around 111 into 110s, then Dogecoin you'll be able to pick up for 1999. Ben Cowan, a lot of you Ben Cowan fans, right? Bitcoin will likely go to its bull market support band in September. Right now, that bull market support band is sitting at around 105. 105. So that will be interesting. Are we seeing the weakness where Bitcoin's going to come down and hit the bull market support band? You know how Ben Cowan is. If you've ever watched him, he's usually pretty right. He's usually pretty right. These things do tend to happen, but not always. We go back on, in back runs, and it looks like we had a wick that came down in January 2024 that did not hit the support band before moving up higher. So if you're relying on bull market support bands on dips, it doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen. And you could miss out if you're trading that way. So if you're waiting for 105 Bitcoin may not come. 111 may be it, or 110.9, right around there. Bitcoin at the moment is trading at 112.9. 112.9. So that's kind of interesting what Ben's got going there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, this is just trading, right? Look what Lark says. There comes a point in every cycle where you either believe the best days are ahead or you sell and walk away. That's it. That's it right there. Better days are ahead, or it's just doom and gloom from here. You sell and you say, okay, I'm done. That's it. If the best of this cycle was ETH not hitting a new all-time high, if the best of this cycle was most alts not even coming close to their highs, if the best of this cycle was Bitcoin topping at about 124,000, and if the best of this cycle was Dogecoin at 48 cents, then honestly, we can do way better than this. The charts are screaming that we will do significantly better than this. Not financial advice, just for your information. But I get Lark's point. And of course, I added the Dogecoin line because he doesn't talk about Doge that often. But if you think that's it, Bitcoin, 124, that's it. No higher. ETH not reaching its 2021 all-time high, then there you go. Meanwhile, Ali is like, hey, look at Doge, right? Dogecoin consolidates in a triangle, preparing for a 40% price move. Preparing for a 40% price move. And I'm like, well, thank you, Ali. That is very informative. And one of the top responses is, which way? Right? Which way? Because Ali didn't say that. He just said 40% move. And I'm just like, which way? Right? It's like, But hey, we've got Ali, we've got Trader Allen. They're the most prolific Doge chartists. So I continue to show their charts. and then I just make my commentary on top of it. People complain, why are you showing stupid Ollie's charts? Because it's entertaining. We are here to somewhat be entertained, because what else are we going to do on a mid-August afternoon or evening? What else are we going to do? Exactly, DW. How does Ollie sleep at night? He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. He just posts his TD sequential indicator and his little shapes and tries to get clicks and views. That's all. That's all he's doing. I will continue to give my commentary and try and make these live streams entertaining, or my videos as well, because that's all we got. And if you don't like it, right? If you don't like it, then where was that? Right here. If you like it, then just walk away. Which one was that? Was the walk away one? Wait a minute. Whichever one it was. Just walk away. Then. Anyway, what else we got? We got Sui. Sui is now trading on Robinhood. I told you Sui over 2 years ago was going to be a top 10 crypto. At the time, it was in the 60s. It moved up into the teens. Now trading on Robinhood. Crypto is Sui. Now, I did sell all my Sui back in January because I'm just buying the house, and I tried to keep as much Doge as I could. I sold the Sui, have not bought back in, and I probably won't, because I'm trying to narrow down my portfolio. Although Sui's a great project, I called it, I made money on it, but you can still make more money on it, and it's now trading on Robinhood. Just if you wanted to do that. The liquidation heat map. So this is what we got, right? This is what we got. Right when the stock market opened this morning, the New York Stock Exchange opened, Bitcoin started dipping, and then it dipped some more, dipped some more, dipped some more, taking out leverage longs. Hundreds of millions of dollars of leverage longs. That's why we use these heat maps. And while it was dipping, a bunch of new big shorters were coming in with hundreds of millions of dollars of shorts, shorting Bitcoin, dumping coins on the market to help the market makers along, taking out leverage longs, because they want to make money with lower prices. We've got targets here for Bitcoin from 112.5 all the way down to 112 right there. These are new trades. These are new leverage trades. And we can go back and we can find longer ones, but these are the big ones here, and that's got a big target on it, all the way down to 112. Now, Bitcoin is sitting right now at 113. It's just been kind of flirting with 112.9 up to 113.2 for the past hour. We're kind of consolidating a little bit right here at the moment. We will see where this goes from here. We can also, on the heat maps, as we look at them, we can go and see how Dogecoin has fared. And with Doge, it's pretty much the same. Just not the same dollar value because there's not as much open interest. It was kind of interesting this morning, though, that Doge did have a little bit of a spike that took out some shorts, a few $1 million here and there, before dropping and following Bitcoin, taking out leverage longs. And we've got a nice big new leverage long here at about 20.9. 20.9 is interesting because I caught live about an hour ago this leveraged long here that got taken out, liquidated, that was on the OKX exchange at a price of 20.8 cents. it was about a $600,000 leveraged long trade that got taken out. The pinger went off. I looked at it. It was Doge. I took a screenshot because I was like, wait a minute. The price isn't 20.8. The price at the time was 21.08 cents across all the exchanges. But yet somebody at OKX dropped the price on that exchange to take out a $600,000 leverage long. If that was my trade, I would be pissed. But you have no control. When you do leveraged trading on exchanges, you are at the mercy of the exchanges, and they can just wipe you out whenever. And you've got no recourse. It is what it is. Another reason yet to not do it. To not do it. So, but we can continue to watch. I always have this real-time liquidation chart on. We can look at certain dollar levels, or we can just say, we'll just see what's going on. Right now, it looks like price is going up a little bit because we're having these smaller shorts going. Someone at 21.22 just got liquidated on a Dogecoin short for just over $1,000, $1,770 on Doge. ETH, meme, HBAR, XRP, Pengu, Solana. So these are some shorts, some very new shorts being taken out as price is actually going up a little bit. So here's the Doge chart right now. So that's what we'll be watching. All right, gang. That's what we got. Is the market crashing? No, the market's not crashing. This is a liquidity dump. That's all this is. We're trying to look at where the levels are of where we're going to find support. I think what I covered were pretty good levels. So that's it. Otherwise, it's August. And if we didn't have this going on, what would cause the price to move up or down? Not much. Yep, Con, we did have the stocks went down today. But then you say NASDAQ dumped hard at about 1.8%, and Doge is down 4.8%. So it's all relative when it comes to stocks, right? Because you say dumped hard, and I'm like, that was only 1.8%, where Doge is down 4.8. Algorand's down 5.8. ADA is down 7.5% for Cardano, 7.5% dump today. So it's not just Doge. Not just Doge. It was tough trading. Yeah, Con, I don't do that kind of trading. So you're a day trader? Yeah, I don't do that. I buy in the dips and I hold and I wait for the rips. Yeah, Singer. Everybody is different financially, right? Some people think 1,000 Doge is a lot. Some people 10,000. Some people 100,000. Some people 1,000,000. It all depends on your financial position and what you have available to invest in cryptocurrencies. So that's going to be different for everybody, okay? Different for everybody. Some may call it a healthy pullback. You got to have the pullback before the market can go back up. Well, that's mostly because, again, of the heat maps. They don't want the exchanges don't want these huge leverage trades down here to not get wiped out, because then the exchanges lose a lot of money when these guys with 10x, 20x leverage are winning big. The exchanges don't like that. So that's what's going on, guys. Be patient, hold, and wait. Sunshine, like the morning video. Again, another banger from KrissPax. Just keeping everyone informed of what's going on. We're all going to be okay, maybe. Thank you for the humor in this dog shit of a cycle. A big bunch of dog poop, isn't it? Isn't it? Absolutely. Hey, music, my ride home begins soon. Catch you in a bit. Red days are good days to buy, average out a bit. It depends on, maybe you raise your average a little. Like if you've got a 12-cent or a 15-cent Doge average and Doge hits 20 cents, why not add a little more on the dip? It's better than buying at 23 or 25 cents where we just were. Yes, your overall average goes up a little bit, but what do you think is going to happen with Doge going forward? As Donnie says, look, what goes down must come back up, right? Yep. BTC will hold above 108 to 110. Yeah, I think under 111 we might get a wick down into the 110s. That's what I'm looking at the charts right now. But we shall see. Buy the fear is not a day trading strategy. Okay. Just keep buying the dip. Just keep buying. Always bangers. Always bangers. And usually in the mornings, I'm on a roll too. I got no dry powder, Mr. Yeely. I did not buy any Doge on the dip. The last time I bought Doge was here on this dip. 21.9, right there. 21.9. And I thought that was a pretty good price on that big red candle, wick down, bought, came back up, wick down again, bought again. And now we're a little lower than that. These things happen. Dogecoin dropped. Stupid Tron. Stupid Tron took over number 8. Thank you, Melvin, for pointing that out. I had not seen that. Well, there you go. Cardano is just dumping. Dumpity-dumpity-doo. But Tron is kind of holding well comparatively. So Dogecoin dropped below to number 9. All right. Now we know that. Chinese noodles. Martin, Chinese noodles. You're at an average of 22 cents. So not sweating too much. Not sweating too much. You know, those ETFs are coming in October. The 90% chance of approval. I'm waiting at least till then to see what happens. At least till then. Much less whatever the House of Doge is doing and BitOrigin, Doge OS, and what's going on with Elon and X and Tesla. And I mean, I posted on X here. It's like Tesla. Will Tesla accept Dogecoin for Tesla robo-taxi drives? That needs to happen. We should have robo-taxi drive paid for in Doge. So I think I'll wait until Powell's speech on Friday to buy again. Well, LeBron, that's probably a fair strategy because well, right? Fed Chair Powell will give another speech Friday. Expect volatility right there. Expect volatility. So Friday, Friday will be a volatile day. What does Alva app say? Expect high volatility around Powell's address. Crypto usually reacts fast to any hint on rates or liquidity. A dovish tilt could spark Bitcoin rally, while hawkish signals may see steep drops. So there you go. Friday. That will be coming. Hey, Cohen, you like the casino example? Yep. Date night with the wife at the casino. Liquidations. You got liquidated. Septembers are generally red, Galvin. Yes. Septembers are generally red months. Right now, I'm breaking up September into two halves, the first half and the second half, right around the Fed meeting. So is now a good time to sell. Exactly. Should I sell now? Yeah, isn't Raul Paul actually, he's related to Sui somehow, isn't he? He's on some kind of board or something with them, so he probably has a crap ton, big bag of Sui. Hey, Stephen, we shall continue holding and waiting. I think we can all agree that $1 Doge is underperforming when things begin shooting up. Yeah, I talked about that this morning on price targets because there was some chat GPT-5 question about when Dogecoin's going to hit $1. It was right near the end of the video if you guys wanted to check that out. That was kind of interesting. I gave my commentary on that as well, like I always do. And that's a good point, Galvin. Learning to take profit. Buying is for students. Selling is for masters. I mean, all the crap I got in January for selling crypto. And I was just like, well, what are we in this for, right? Set a goal. Take your profits. We do have Dogecoin as the future. Yes, Jason. How are you doing? CDC is going to grab another 1,000 Doge. Holding is for wizards. Yeah. Toroidal. This is what we say diamond hands are for, right? Is when you get spooked out because it's a big red day and you're wondering what you need to do. You hold through at times like this. Would I be buying more Doge if I have dry powder? You know, I might wait till Friday. Just like our friend LeBron was saying, I might wait till Friday, the volatile day, because I don't know if we're going to be having a big uptrend between now and then. I don't feel that in the market. The summer of chop, like a wise man once said. Thank you. I'm low on fiat. Got to work some extra hours to buy the dips now. You might want to talk to your boss about that. Charlotte, you should talk to your boss about that. See what your boss says. Oh. I'll lend you some powder. Just split the profits with me when Doge goes to $1. Let's go. Bought 3,000 coins just a little while ago. Total of 58,000. Average is 19.4 cents. Let's hope we stay above that, Robert. Who's buying the dip? Who's buying the dip? Angel, Yes, you have to go against the grain sometimes if you believe a certain thing and you don't want other people to sway your belief. Agreed. Martingale, if you've got a liquidation price at 18.6, be careful. Be careful. Every time I bought the dip, it goes down. Well, Chocobo, then you buy more. If you believe in the fall, like I said, I'm at least waiting to see what happens with the Dogecoin ETFs. I'm not going to pass that up. You sell now, you'll be watching on the sidelines in October. Sure, pow. We only have him till May. Then there'll be the next guy we can make fun of. So the whole Bitcoin dominance thing, Galvin, that's Ben Cowan's been talking about that. It's this big September run on Bitcoin, but not alts. The little altcoin run is over. Again, it's still the summer of chop. Yeah, Jason, I don't know about Elon. But man, if he did something, you want to have your Doge ready, right? Hello, Miguel. Is now the time to buy, right? Is now the time to sell? Is now the time to buy? I sold like a king. Yes, I did. And I bought Bitcoin at the top. I do all sorts of great things. Hey, Joke Smoke, how are you? Thank you for the super sticker. And another gifted membership from Joke Smoke. Who got it today? Fahad. Fahad, congratulations. You're a member of the channel for a month. Thank you, Joke. I'm scared of my boss. She always threatens people. Yeah, I'd be scared of her too. Especially if she's walking around with needles. K-Mac. That is a weak approach. But hey, if you want to follow Galvin, right, down the road of doom with the price of Dogecoin, you can try that, but my charts aren't showing 16-cent Dogecoin. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but my charts aren't showing 16 cents. Christian is already thinking about 48 cents. You got to change the 68 to 69 unless you're trying to front run the 69, right? Yeah, ask for an advance and buy more Doge. Charlotte, do what CDC says. Ask for an advance. Will picked up some Ondo too, along with some more Doge. Roblox is cooked and you want to short it, but Doge is down. You can't sell in order to short Roblox. Oh, that's tough, right? And you know it's going to go down and you know you can make money on it. That's tough. If it dips below 19.5, all I can do is accumulate even more. There you go. Hi, Demi. How are you? Just buying Doge on the dip? Did Harvard buy the top? I know I bought the top for the fun of it. I bet I got a better price than Harvard did. I mean, better as in higher. But I did hear Harvard was buying Bitcoin, and they're probably down on it right now. They're too slow as well. Hello, Com. How are you? I think Elon wants us to know about him. I think he wants to send a shockwave to Dogecoin in the future. If I had to guess, he's been working on Dogecoin infrastructure all the time. Wouldn't that be awesome if he was? Wouldn't that be awesome? The stock market correction is incoming. Not when you think, Con. Not when you think. My average is 20 cents. I'm a believer. You want more? 16 cents would lower your average. I don't think it's going there, but we get a lot more negativity. We get Bitcoin dropping below 110, 108, down to the 105. Bull market support band. Doge would be dipping. They gave away gold bars on Robinhood. Are they doing it again? Because I thought I won and they didn't send it to me the first time. Oh. Yeah, see, Charlotte, everybody says you can give yourself an advance. Oh. Yeah, I already predicted we'd be right in this range. If you saw my August price prediction video, we're right there. And that was 3 weeks ago. And we're right where I thought we would be. Is it a good time to make an outrageous leverage trade? What is crypto leverage, liquidation, and how do I avoid it? Again, I reference you to this article. What is crypto liquidation and how do I avoid it? That's all I'll say. I deposited 3,000 this morning. The gold bars start this afternoon. Are they doing a new gold bar thing? New offer. It's Hood month. We're giving away 5,000 gold bars. 3 of them are worth over $100,000 each. 5,000 gold bar giveaway to celebrate Hood month. Deposit for a chance to win. Every eligible dollar you deposit is an entry to win. The more deposits, the more entries. Hold your deposits. To keep your entries, you have to hold your deposits and also be a Robinhood Gold member until September 15th. Winners announced September 29th. 3 lucky winners will get a 1 kilogram bar. See, Charlotte, they're talking kilograms again, kilos. I don't know kilos. 1 kilogram bar worth $100,000. And then 4,997 other entrants are going to get 1 gram bar. 1 gram? Well, I don't think that's worth very much. 1 gram. So there it is. More gold giveaways on Robinhood. So we have a little time. But you just missed it, Will, I guess. You just missed it. You're just going to buy Dogecoin every day for the next 40 years, Jason. Layer in, layer out. What will your average be after 40 years, Jason? CDC was thinking 19.5. I'm just like, somebody asked me what a gift would be, and I said 1999. That would be a gift. 1999. The 4-year cycle of chop. Yeah, and then Elon is like, I've been giving hints all along. Right? And he has. If everyone shorted Doge now, the long can get paid. Time to load up. Up. They know we're going to buy on the dip, so that's why Robinhood is doing that offering. Taking advantage of the dip. 1 gram. I know, right? 1 gram. A 1 gram gold bar. What is that? Beast. Go watch from the beginning. I did the analysis. I showed the liquidation charts. Okay? You just got here, but you missed. So just scroll back to the beginning. You'll see all my analysis in the first 10 minutes and the liquidation chart and what I said. All right? 1 gram. That's like a gold filling on a tooth. Probably about $100. Why would they want you to hold fiat on their exchange? Because they make money off of your money. That's why. That's why. They make money off of your money, just like the banks. Just like the banks. My prediction on XRP. So XRP dropped below $3. So we had that this morning. That's kind of big. We're now at 290. 4-hour chart. So this is the lowest that XRP has been since the big dip, August 1st, August 2nd. So it looks like support would be about 275. That would be that August 2nd dip, 275. And of course, $3 is a, just one of those dollar levels above or below that cryptos tend to trade at. But 275 would be support. So if we're going to have more weakness with, say, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on August 2nd went down to 111.9. So again, that's that number, right? 111.9 for Bitcoin. It just hit 112.9. But if it goes down to 111.9, if it drops below that, then we're talking trouble. Then we're coming down to the 110s, 107s, and Ben Cowan's bull market support band at 105. Which he says it has to hit. I'm like, I just showed an example where it didn't have to hit, but Ben is going to be Ben, and a lot of people follow him. So, but that's what it looks like right now. And Doge on August 2nd went down to 18.9. So it was 18.9 on the dip. And I bought some right there at about 19.2 is where I bought. So I bought some on that dip too. And then I bought some on this dip. And now I don't have dry powder. Master Singer, the highest price that Dogecoin can reach is infinite. Over infinite amount of time. There's nothing that could stop it. If more people want to buy it, the price will keep going up. There's no highest. This cycle I will sell like a king. So my plan is always to keep some. I'm not going to sell all of my Dogecoin. I will keep some. I will also keep some Bitcoin, just in case there's a super cycle, but also just to still be in the market. Even if it goes down, if I still have some holding, it's just the way I am. I've profited pretty well already this cycle. I'm good on that end. I've got, of course, still a lot more in the market, paying my capital gains taxes, right? Got to pay those capital gains taxes. And I would like to come out at the end of paying those taxes with as much leftover money as possible. So that's where I am. So I will be selling. I will be taking profits. If it hits 20 cents again, I'll find a way to do something. You have to. Gotcha. Gotcha, DB. Absolutely, Jason. When the mining becomes more profitable, Doge will lead the market as the #1 proof of work crypto. On the mining side, the mining will be the most profitable, more than Bitcoin. Yeah, I talked about that a little bit this morning with the Trump family news. If you guys didn't see that video, I invite you to watch it, because the Trump family is now heavily invested in a company that just bought out one of the big Doge mining companies. So they are now in the Doge mining business. Dogecoin mining. 1 gram of gold today is worth $107. Yeah, so about $100. For me, XRP goes $5 top of cycle. Oh, you're not in the $100 XRP army? Darth Mike, come on. $100 XRP. The XRP army is calling for $100 per XRP token. Come on. What do you see? $5. I'm just kidding. $5 is pretty reasonable, I would say. Top of the cycle. Why should I buy Doge? Because Doge is fun. A proof of work cryptocurrency. To get away from the banks. I'm in the process of debanking myself. Getting away from the banks. And the banks are trying to get their grubby little paws all into crypto. Oh. The math checks out for Robinhood. I'm pretty sure that they knew what they were doing. David thinks Doge will get back to its all-time high. So for the pool man who's wondering why you buy Doge, David says Doge will reach its all-time high soon. So you're getting like a 300% return, more than that, like 320, 330% return from today. You're not going to get that in the stock market. Yeah, Anthony, you called 21 cents. I remember. So you think that's it? We bottomed right there earlier this afternoon, and now we just go higher. We'll see if your chart plays out. I saw your chart. Good chart. See if it plays out. The endless cycle of selling crypto to pay last year's taxes. I know, right? And then if you made a profit, then you got to pay more taxes. Everybody should always watch the morning videos. Thank you, Sunshine. Pump Doge for us. Let's go. Nye, the plan is to sell 90% of my portfolio this season, pay off debt, save some for taxes, buy back late 2026. Good plan. I'm right with you, right there. Buy back late 20. Let's see what happens in 2026 with the bear market. If it's anything like 2022, then late 26 will be the time to start buying back in. I'm right there with you. Which crypto group is the most delusional? Well, the problem with the poll is I would have to put in the different groups, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not typing those words in. Between the Sheeb army and the XRP army. Oh. The Trump family is big into crypto. Yeah, I thought Don Jr. said that pretty well the other day. The big banks were blacklisting them. Absolutely. Trump coin to $1 million. Make Trump rich again. That's good, Gavin. That's good. 3 nice little green candles. That's a nice little recovery. Small time frame, but I'll take it. Jay Powell scares you. Yeah, well. XRP will be lucky to get to $5. It could. You get a big alt season run this fall. It could get up there. The Pi Network, Hex, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I know, right? Oh. That's the 2 you were thinking of. Those are the first 2 that came into my mind. Sheeb and XRP. I think XRP is probably the top of the list. Brainwashed, I tell you. Doesn't mean you can't make money on it, like I said. But really? You're gonna go all in on Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson? Those thieves? Really? The Bitcoin whales are funny to listen to. The maxis, especially. The maxis. It's Bitcoin or else, right? Bitcoin or else. Miguel says, we've gone through the worst with the start of the tariffs, dropping Doge to 13 cents. 21 cents is the low you're okay with. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, Anthony, I'm not going to go to the Russell 2000 on the monthly and the Doge monthly cup and handle thing. I don't do cup and handles, but I know you're charting some things, so I'll watch your chart. No, guys, Sheeb to $5. There you go. Exactly. Will, what are you talking about? You listened to her this morning. She's a piece of work. Thanks for voting her in. Thanks for voting her in. Did I miss a chat? The only thing I can think of you're talking about is Elizabeth Warren. Oh, the mayor. Woo. Oh, God, I did not vote for her. Absolutely not. She is a piece of work. Oh, my God. Yeah, she's anti-sanctuary city. Or no, she's anti-Trump. She's for sanctuary cities. And she said that she's going to fight against ICE and not support them. And I'm just like, oh my God, this woman. So yeah, she's probably gonna get voted out next election by Josh Kraft. Kraft looks like he's gonna be running against her in the next mayoral election. So just have to hold on till then. Oh my God. Doge is the most fun crypto. It is. I agree with that. XRP holders have Stockholm syndrome. Yep. And also, yes, Anthony, you can always post in the YouTube community if you subscribe to the channel. You can always post there. Oh, Robert, we had 4 lovely red, but then or lovely green, and then that one just turned red. Well, he knows. Doug, he knows. Just by the way I talk, he knows that I did not support Woo. Oh. You want some more ETH? Juicy 20% off price on the price of ETH? 41.20 on the dip. Right there. For ETH. Everything is on sale this afternoon. Yep. Yeah, you've been listening to me too long. You know that I would not support someone like that. Absolutely. Haven't you been told XRP will flip Bitcoin? I've heard it. Yep. I've heard all about it from XRP fans. And I'm just like, yeah, no. I'm good. Northern Orbit, how are you? Long day at the office. Too many % down notifications from Robinhood. I know, right? Oh. We'll see you, Con. Thanks for stopping in. Yours shows 4 green. This is Binance. So Binance has a red here on the current 15-minute. This is a 15-minute chart. So another exchange like Coinbase might still be green. 0 chance XRP will flip Bitcoin. We were talking about 51% attacks yesterday, and then somebody posted a chart in Bitcoin on X about Bitcoin that the 2 largest pools that mine Bitcoin now hold or now are collecting over 50% of the mined Bitcoin. Those 2 pools could get together and do a 51% attack on Bitcoin. And I'm just like, where do people come up with this stuff? Like, that's really going to happen? I mean, if they're collecting between the 2 pools 51% of the Bitcoin that's mined, they're making a crap ton of money. Why would they want to do a 51% attack and like crash the price of Bitcoin? It's like, no. God. All the red said, go ahead and buy. Hey, now we got 4 green candles. There we go. I don't follow the EMAs and the SMAs and the 20 or the 50 or the 100. They're just lines on a chart. Doesn't mean anything. They're Juicy D. Yes, XRP would have to flip ETH first, and it probably won't do that. XRP is 172. ETH is 500 billion. So that is a 3x for XRP while Bitcoin stands still. I mean, ETH stands still. That's not going to happen. So ETH would have to, or XRP would have to be at a price of like $8, almost $9, while ETH stays at 4,100. And then XRP will be above ETH. Yeah, that's not happening. Dogecoin is fun. We are definitely on a ride. Hey, MB, how are you? Let's go see those XRP smart contracts. Oh, wait. They can't do that. They need ETH. All right. But you know what? Dogecoin smart contracts are coming. They're coming on the Dogecoin blockchain. Coming. Yay. Wanted to buy Arrow, so I opened a Kraken account. I bought 2,000 Arrow, but I hate Kraken. Is an Arrow on Coinbase? I thought Arrow was on Coinbase. Arrow. Depends on where you are, I guess. Well, right? It is on sale. Down 7% today. Right? Yeah, down 7% today. It hit a low of $1.22 today. Yeah, Coinbase. I thought it was on Coinbase. Yeah. So Coinbase has it. Arrow's going to go on a run. Can Doge pass XRP? So, we've looked at this before. So if Doge is at $1, if Doge goes to $1, it would be 150 billion. XRP is at 172 billion. So that would be tough for Doge to go to $1 while XRP is standing still, and it still wouldn't pass it. So we're talking Doge to $2 or $3 or something, with XRP going up some before it could flip XRP. That would be a lot. That would be a lot. Why not? $2 Doge this fall. Let's get to 50 cents first, right? New cycle high, 50 cents. And then 73. And then $1. Lots of huge resistance to get past. You and your average cost. If you've got money, if you've got cash, right? And you're sitting here looking at 21-cent Dogecoin, and your average is 15 cents. And you say, I'm not going to buy until Dogecoin goes under my average. And it doesn't go below that. And you've got all this cash sitting there. The cash inflates away, right? While the Dogecoin price is going up. It's better to be in Dogecoin, slightly raising your overall average than not. Not financial advice, not telling you what to do. But if you're sitting on a lot of cash, it just inflates away. The future of Doge seems like it has more potential catalysts than any other coins or tokens. Or am I just being a Doger? Maybe a little of both. Doge won't even pass $1. And I talked about that in this morning's video. That at this point where we are at 21 cents, it's going to be really hard for Doge to get to $1. It's going to be really hard. So you have to be ready for that. No hate on XRP, but what does it do? So they're all set up for this cross-border payment system, bank to bank or bank to government. They're supporting governments in their central bank digital currencies and all of that stuff. So they're in bed with banks and governments. It was supposed to be a cryptocurrency. Yeah, not so much anymore. Yeah, you'd never be able to buy if you follow that rule. Me too. I wouldn't be buying anymore. Every purchase I make, I raise my average. I'm not worried about it. So it's about to pump because I said summer of chop again. I said it wouldn't pump in July. I don't think so. Summer of chop means there will be pumps and there will be dumps. That's the summer of chop. It pumps and then it dumps. Will the stick man get rich this fall? Well, what's your definition of rich, my friend? Oh. Kilmar saying, hey, anything below 30 cents, I'm buying. That is inflation, my friend Maramello. That was inflation. Everything costs more now because there's a lot more dollars out there. It's an evil took. Buy when there's blood on the streets. We had some of that this morning going on. I think things are kind of quieting down right now. Everything's kind of leveling off. Bitcoin at 113.5. Doge just under 21.5 cents. Kind of quieting down. Oh, we're over Cardumbo. It's Tron that's ahead of us. It's Tron. Cardano's below us. Cardano's number 10. Doge is number 9. Tron is number 8. I can't see what you see on the to unblock Martin Gale. Someone in the chat is going to have to help you. Because I see everybody here. But I think if somebody's already blocked, you don't see them. So the 3 dots are next to people that you actually see. And I see everybody. So I don't see what you see on my screen. There's no pings going on. I know, Ryan. The live stream's getting boring. There's small little shorts getting liquidated right now. Little ones. And these are all newbies who are just being dumb. That's what that is. Those are all just newbies being dumb. Eric thinks a pump in September and October, and then it's over. That's typically how it works. Short period of time. Some think it's only going to be October. I'm kind of in that category. I don't know if we're going to have a big September pump. It might just be October. It's going to be weird this fall. You got to be ready. Going into Five Guys burgers. That's your definition of rich. We're not going to go on burgers again today. The short pings are coming. You guys getting Martingale all figured out? Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I did post on X last night because I'm like posting all this stuff, right? It's like I saw this graphic and I was like, all these places should accept Dogecoin. They should all take Dogecoin, not just McDonald's. They should all accept Doge. See, the House of Doge isn't talking to these guys, right? But this is where we all shop. We buy all this stuff, right? Well, maybe not all of it, but you get the point. Not the bourbon, right? We're not buying bourbon every day. The House of Doge partnerships is this exclusive bourbon or these elite used cars, right? No, House of Doge should be knocking on all these guys' doors with their such pay and being able to set them up to accept Doge directly as payment. That's what the House of Doge should be doing. And they're not doing that. Yeah, it will be weird. I think so too. October 17th, ETF deadline. That will be part of it. Will there be a lot of buying leading up to the deadline? And then when it finally hits, then there's a dump, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Or does all the excitement about ETFs just get more and more buying going on? And then what else is going on with Doge OS and all these other things this fall? Yep. I'm guessing the Powell speech is going to be a big nothing burger because he's not going to say anything substantive at all. It's going to be, I don't know. Because he's not going to talk about rate cuts. He's not going to, right? Because that's September. That's for the FOMC to talk about 4 weeks away. People are expecting things, and it's just like puts a damper on everybody. The Taco Bell. Yeah, yo quiero Taco Bell. I remember that. Yo quiero Taco Bell. That was good. See, even I remember that all these years later. Oh. We all know alt season when we see massive amounts of new people joining in over bullish sentiment. This fall, I feel it. Pengu to $1. Armando, that's a bit high. That's a bit high. I mean, can Pengu get to 10 cents? Let's look at that first. Yeah, pump a lot. Real merchants accepting payment. These are the real merchants, are these guys. They're the ones who live and die on people spending their money, not exclusive bourbon and elite used cars. That's not going to do it for me. We're talking food again, and you expected that, Martingale? Sell by October 32nd. We are weak. Non-stop pump from October to February. That's not how Dogecoin trades. Nope. Dogecoin never has that long of a non-stop pump. Dogecoin trades up in very short time periods. Powell wants to share his new slam poetry. He likes to use big fancy words and talk about nothing. Monetary policy. It's like, oh yeah, I want to hear more about monetary policy. Please, Chirpow, tell me more. The market makers can take out all the new people very easily. Especially if they do any leverage trading. But yes, right now, the trend, Eric, you're correct. But it's August. I mean, it's still the summertime. Nobody cares right now. Yep, exactly. Now you got the lettuce hands, right? People who bought higher, they're selling. And you get some like, oh, it's going to go lower. I'll just sell here and I'll buy back in at even a lower price. Yep. Here is our daily question. How high does Doge go? Well, CT Sterling's, you tell me. You tell me what's Doge going to do? What's happening in the world of Dogecoin? What utility is it going to have? Because you can't just say a price. Doge doesn't work that way. Yes, we are the retailers. Market makers are against us. No, we are. Absolutely. About one more month of summer left. Tick tock, right, Ryan? Are you ready for the fall? Are you ready? Will this be the biggest bull run? I do not. 2021 was the biggest bull run. Doge will never do that again. That was a special time. Doge will not repeat that. Doge can do very well, but not 2021. 70 cents is out. What if it doesn't get there? What if we only get 50 cents? Then what do you do? What do you do if on October 20th we hit 50 cents? You take a little slice of profit, or are you holding for 70? This is the thing you have to think about. Is it worth it just to take a little bit? Selling half at 49. Okay, there you go. And you might get stuck with the other half. These are the types of things we'll be talking about in the fall. You've been ready. There you go. The Lambo is pre-ordered already. Just waiting now. Just waiting. You've got it in your shopping cart, right? You've got it in your shopping cart. That Lambo. Just ready to press the button. You go onto the website and there's a little one, right? In that little red circle, right? A little shopping cart in the upper right-hand corner. It's like, that's my Lambo. It's sitting right there in my shopping cart. And there are many who believe, like Maramello does, that Dogecoin is an investment for the future. And if you sell this fall, you're missing out on the bigger gains in the future for Dogecoin. But then some say, but if I sell in October and I buy back in a year later when it's at a lower price, I'll have more Dogecoin. But will Doge be at a lower price a year later? That we don't know. That we don't know. Can I look at 1 year performance compared to others? The almighty Bruce Wayne says, yes, I can. Here we go. I have the tools for that. I have the tools for that. So what was that? Bitcoin, ETH, Pepe, and Sheeb. 1 year. There it is against ADA, against Cardano. Cardano is a little bit higher than Doge in one year from today. Of course, this is just a year from today. Bitcoin. Dogecoin is ahead of Bitcoin. Dogecoin is up 141%. Bitcoin is up 105%. So Doge has outperformed Bitcoin in 1 year. All right. ETH. Dogecoin has outperformed ETH. Dogecoin up 127. ETH is up 70%. And then what was the other one? XRP? No. Pepe and Sheeb. Pepe. It does know Pepe. Dogecoin has outperformed Pepe over the past year. Pepe's only up 51%. And finally, Sheeb. Sheeb is actually down over the past year. Negative. While Doge is up. Sheeb is down 1% from a year ago. And Dogecoin is up 140%. So there you go. There's your comparisons. Dogecoin performance 1 year. I'm selling at 15 cents. My luck is that I'll sell on October 20th and then Elon will post on the 21st. You know, there's always that possibility, right? You never know. It's all about coin count. You've got the same shopping cart. You'll take profits on the Doge that I've held for more than a year. So that would be long-term capital gains. So thinking about the tax implications, that's smart. So I don't know what price I'm taking profit yet. I'm waiting. I'm looking at the calendar. I don't have particular prices. I'm looking at the calendar. What happens on October 16th, October 20th, and in through the end of October. And we'll see where the price is, and I'll make my decision then. I'm not looking at a particular price right now. On a scale of 69 to 420, how confident are you that Elon is still considering Dogecoin for X money and Tesla? Oh, boy. You know, Elon is a prankster, right? And I think he would think it was funny. I think he would think it was funny. So maybe halfway. Maybe halfway. 220, I'll say. Hey, Anthony. Good morning to you. I noticed almost every day that there is mindset that Doge and other cryptos are going to fly. The more you say it, the more it will not happen. Yay. I have some Pengu. I bought at 3.4. The current price is 3. I don't want to buy a dip. So it's safe to hold or sell. Well, Nazmal, you gotta, that's the whole game right there, right? Is what do you do? I think Pengu's going to go higher this fall. I'm still holding mine. I'll take my profits this fall. I think it's going to go much higher. Are you a whale? Really? You're a whale. Hey, everybody. Our Mills is a whale. I think there's the mind conditioning of Doge going to fly this fall. Every day I hear on the video feed, it will rocket in the fall. The more it's mentioned, the more it won't happen. Well, that's the challenge, right? But you know, last year at this time, I was saying the same thing about Dogecoin. Do you remember? Do you remember? Were you here, Anthony? Very excited about the presidential election if Trump wins. I was saying all these things about you want to be in Dogecoin for that pump. And a lot of people were calling for crypto pumping, and it did not disappoint. It pumped. So what I wasn't expecting was on the backside of it, when Trump took office, that everything would dump. That I didn't expect, not as much as it dumped. If it's a 5-year cycle instead of 4, well, I'll still have some Bitcoin and Doge. I'm not going to sell it all. So I'll still be in the market. Just I'll be sitting on the sidelines with everything else. We'll see what happens. If you don't have faith in crypto, get rid of it. Nick, that's it's easy as that, right? Just that's it. If you have faith, buy the dips. Let's go. It's amazing how many bears there are, and it's just like you keep showing up though, and you keep talking about everything dumping. It's just like, okay, what are you doing then? Then what are you doing? Ugh. And exactly. You don't have to sell it all. You sell some, right? Book whatever profit you have, sell some, and then let the rest of it ride and see what happens. Where's the guy with 1 million Doge? Well, we've had a few in the chat, but sometimes a lot of people just go on and do other things in life. Maybe they'll come back, maybe not. That's how these live streams are. We'll see. You always guide us. Thank you. 1 Doge equals 1 Doge, always. If you don't have any Doge, you're not in the game. That's correct. Yeah, it's either that, Darth Mike, or they missed buying the lows. They missed buying last summer when you could have bought Doge at 9 cents, or the summer before when you could have bought Doge at 5 cents, and they missed out. And they only got interested again, right, in like the beginning of December when Doge was 40 cents, and so they bought some, right, because they didn't want to miss out. They were too late, bought high. They bought it for over 40 cents. And then the market dumped through the whole tariff fear thing. That's why they're bears. That's why they're bears. You started watching about November when the price was going up, right? The time my friend, the time would have been before then, right here, August. Look at that. I even put it on my chart. It's a gift. Ryan remembers that. Ryan remembers when I wrote this. I put this big word on here. This is a gift, people. At that time, I put this text here almost a year ago. I put this text right here on the chart, and I said, this is a gift, people, for what's coming. This is a gift. 9-cent Dogecoin. Did I know Doge was going to go this high, this fast? No, but I could feel something was coming. You remember, Ryan, right? Gift. That was almost a year ago. We were looking at this. And when that dipped in the beginning of September, dipped right down, you could have bought Doge at 8.9 cents right there. I was like, that is a gift, people. Gift. So that was my gift to you all, right? And look what happened from there. I was buying there. Anyway. This week is not good. A big red candle this week for Dogecoin on the weekly. I hadn't looked at the weekly yet. Yeah, that's not good. What's the monthly look like? It's green. We're still green for the month of August. But it's about what I expected. If you looked at my August price prediction for Doge, this is it right there. Summer of chop, flat, will end up around 21, 22 cents. That was my price prediction. Now we're over halfway and we're right there. You use my video feed to do the opposite. Yeah, but half the time I'm right, Anthony. Half the time I'm right. Oh. I get it, right? So now you're here. So that's the best thing you can do, right? Is now. I'm talking about the guys who were here or why people are being a bear. I get it, though. Bruce Wayne's thinking about 69-cent Doge. 30 cents before September. I don't think we're going to be that high. But hey, we'll see. Yeah, see, I'm not swing trading this market. I'm not expecting Doge to go back down to 17 cents. Yeah, James Wynn said the bottom is in this morning, put up a long leverage trade, and then he got liquidated, I think. So I saw that this morning. I follow him, and I just laugh. So I think he got liquidated again on his fake account or whatever that is. Not even real. Hey, Adam, you're driving to Charleston, West Virginia. Well, have a good drive. That's a ways to go. You drive through Kentucky for that, right? To get to Charleston, part of Kentucky. Every big red candle is a gift. Yep, I talked about resistance levels to watch for. Yep, people ask, I answer. That doesn't mean Doge is definitely going up. What about now? We're eating dip cereal right now. I said this is a dip right here this afternoon. And if support fails, particularly on Bitcoin, if support fails, we looked at these charts, right? We looked at these charts, and if the support fails and Bitcoin's going to go down to 111, then you're looking at Dogecoin, Pilianer, you're looking at Dogecoin at $19.99. That would be the gift. That's what I said. You weren't here at the time, but that's what I said. That would be the gift. $19.99 Dogecoin. The formation is a mini version of where we are now. Dogecoin does trade in patterns. Doge is so cheap. The time is now, dude. I like that name. James Lewis, exactly. You need to pick entry past multiple support levels, buy when resistance hits the lows. You got to buy, though. That's the thing. At some point in time, you just have to buy. Otherwise, you're not in the game. I sold my wife's car, put it in a Doge. She's on vacation. I hope it goes up by the time she gets up. Oh, man, that played with fire. Well, we could expect something like that to happen. I don't think we're going to go up over 30 cents in August. But whatever we do go up, expect a pullback again, because there's always a correction before it takes off. Yep. Particularly the first week of September. Dogecoin has always had a big dump first week of September, just like it was first week of August. Does the same thing. Ah, ha, 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 ha. But it's a funny story. If it doesn't go up, you might want to get your food arrangements together. But that's good. That's good, Ermath. We like that. That's a good story. We put it all into Dogecoin. Oh no, another CME gap, this time on ETH. Where, yeah, I've shown multiple times on multiple charts for the Bitcoin CME gaps, there's many that never closed. So that's just the way it is. So for those that say it has to close that gap, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Otherwise, Bitcoin would have gone back to $94,500. And you can look on the CME futures chart for Bitcoin, and you can see that CME gap still open at 94,500. Still open. Bitcoin's not going down there to fill it. Less than a week ago, Bitcoin hit an all-time high. This is normal market reaction pullback. Agree with that. I agree with that. And we saw that on this chart. No, this one. Right there. New all-time high. Took out a bunch of shorts. And here's the pullback. So this is what we're doing. Yep. See you, sunshine. All right, gang, that's what we got for today. Hey, look, Dogecoin down 4%. ETH is down 3%. Algorand's down 5%. ADA is down 7%. XRP is down 5%. I mean, it's a red day, okay? It's a red day today. But Doge didn't drop like worse than XRP or Cardano, Algorand. So it's doing okay. Doge just following the market. That's all. So we need some good particular news for Doge. Again, it's the summer of chop. Like I've said, we'll go into September. We'll chop the first part. Got the Fed meeting September 17th. And then 1 month after that, we've got Dogecoin ETFs. That is all coming. So again, I'm still of the mind where, yeah, I'm not selling Doge at 21 cents. But that's just me. Hey, I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.